Hey everyone, what is your name in relation to DOS attack? What is your name in relation to DOS attack being D2 in relation to DOS attack? Because in relation to DOS attack, what is your perception of knowing how to beeline the order of joy? The solution is what kind of things in relation to being protection of beeline in relation to hibernation of CTOS and off-out symptom of performance to know that reapers are seizuring in relation to platform 4E because the symptoms in relation to decoration is just an ambition to design interior because mathematically the data is just a CMOS of digital print in relation to beeline, and in relation to beeline, how do you develop the separator of deform formula in relation to scientific function of var and to pursue the manufacturing degree of artificial intelligence in relation to DOS tune and CBus in relation to 31, 55 and 36 SEPA of deluxe paint in relation to bus VI, because in relation to bus VI the deluxe of interior is just a no. So what is beeline in relation to deluxe of CMOS? Because CMOS is just a off the tongue of tune out in relation to production of condo airship, and in reality of simple form of bankruptcy, the data of CDAC is just a data, the beeline in relation to Unix, and in that way, in relation to Unix, the symbology of beeline is an ordering system of its own Y-by, because its own Y-by, it's a tuna of salmon in the river of the sea. Nah, it's just an age of bit, because in that way the BE is the triplet of deluxe paintbrush, to know that the artificial, intellectual, the artificial form, grid, the plecata of behave. And in that way, when B-line deflux itself into the insurance policy, the 38-1 round and the 38-4 round is the messiah of bullet-proof vest in relation to deck attack. And in that way, the armor will position itself in into the order of the digiton, of digital deform. And in that way, the manuscript of data is an ambition to Bushbrush Illustrator CS 5.5 in relation to Adobe. And in time, the CMOS will illumine the alpha in relation to the production of service juice and to income miscaton of Nile River. The brush of the pattern texting in relation to Victor graphics to form the next math mockup in relation to the manufacturing degree of its own diploma, because maturely the understanding of CMOS is the commission of 11-4 rare. And in that way, when it does, the couple of knowing how to exiting the non-conversion of pistol, it will detonate into the border system of CMOS. In relation to the border system of CMOS, the PCI times 16 is an icon of the motherboard to become 3D special Intel, and in that way it will confluence into the transformation of Messiah and to ink the system of DOS attack and to well, I think that's all I can do in relation to bus, because the scripture in relation to the mother mainframe of bus is a PC of PC gear in relation to the third soul. And in relation to the third soul, the ECU PXD is a fluxdown of CMOS to confront the barricade. What is your computer system to know that your computer system is just your computer system, but your computer system in Tron is just a method of knowing how to be inside the computer. See? So in that movie, how do you get inside of the computer? You can't, because we're humans. But then again, method of knowing how to, it ditto the body figure on in relation to any synthesis and to order the pakdala of 31 rotten eggs in relation to bus. But the PCI is a missile of knowing how to ashtotol the DOS, and in so when it does, the next IBM will compile the keyboard in relation to typesetting and illustrate the graphics of digital in the game Holmes World, the dear son of knowing how to pre-stilt the ordering system of his own form. The mechanism of law is the isolation of plsa, and in that way it will then know the border of inline and decline its own juices in relation to behold. But the syntax is just a know-how of knowing that the beeline is a inflow of vomit fart in relation to our system, in relation to our. But hey, our body was created in relation to the but black eye, the regular of knowing that the CPU is the mother kernel frame of Dotldom and in and in that way in is just a doctor of bus to order the pickle of 30 volts, and in that time the ECU will often the next tissue of. So in that way the PC gear will peruse the ordering system of the next math condition of physical type, and in that way the bio of borderline in our loop compromise the velocity of ground, and in that way the scriptum will juvenile the Jason of Bala, and in that time when it does, the competition of knowing how to re-whip the Wi-Fi in relation to the MAC address, then the ISO in relation to plsa is just a demon of busters in relation to the computer talks to the computer in relation to CMOS, because digitally the computer does not assault the bus drive in relation to ATI radon. And in that way, if it does, the common law of Deschamps is that the C bus will install its own Doston of alle. And in that way, the synthesis of C bus button its own of gravity speed. In that way, why does computer talks? Anti-digital. The computer talks to the Netgear in relation to DOSing Windows, and in that time when it does, it ECP the data of borderline. So if there is one that goes in there, the pattern of data, it distill the PCI 16 pins, which is your default system. But indeed, since it's your default system, how does the computer symbol the next measures in relation to the Thunderbolt to BIOS, the X13 by DRAM, and visualize the polysystem of CPAN? The ballet of knowing that the installment of Western is just a in the airwave of Wiki, and to confirm the installation of bus drive into digital. So Metro in the train line of digital confirm, your computer talks to electron from. If it does, the safety of your track is more ninini of system, but require the delay of your calculation based upon your math particularly the C bus component, the pattern of borderline. So in that way, when it Einstein, the megatel of law, the isolation of terminal will lintens the megatel of bar, because in that way the PCI charges the battery in relation to redundant ECP, and in that time the mother mainframe bottler, the next computer system of 6 PCI screen in relation to eye candy, and in that way in relation to eye candy the condition of method will simulate the equator of And in that time, it flicked into the dictatum of Dostrum. When it does, the vehicle will talk to 39 pin and 26 pin ditto, 32 pin, 1 pin, 8 pin, 5 pin, 6 pin. And in that way, this computer will detect the next parallel line, parallel BIOS. And in that time, when it does, it ramps into the speed of memo. When it does, the dictator of lawyers will barrister its own guide to policy how the mother frame works. And in that way, when it does, it CMOS into the big data of law and into its own law. And in that way, the manufacturer will dictate its own transaction, and the insult of dicta will barely touch of symptom in relation to the 31 of Mechele is the condition of production, because in that time when it does, the amnesia is based upon the bus drive of intercoolant to cool the air of snowflakes, and in time it ticked on the PC system approximately like so in BIOS to pin the delay of auto, and in that way when it does, the computer system intercept the bell of external, the Simpson of C-bus, simpler, the era of drives in Unix 64. When it does, the ICO simpler, the borderline of bus and inter. In that way, the digital print compromise the digital of crypto in relation to encryption. The code line of codex will cement the next dictator in relation to, and in that way, when it does, the display will cut off the next of method, and in that time it will shut down the different of configuration, and in so when it does, the bus drive will isolate the demon of 32, 21, 58, 32, assassin 50 real of electron, and in that way when it does, the Bekele of Buto will Masu of Prime. I can't wait for this computer to work, but no, it does. I live in the digital world. Yes. Do you think I can actually go inside the computer? Probably, if I want to. Just like the movie. See? The reality of this is an of PC gear in relation to River. The makeup artist can't Rototor the bands in relation to circuit board, and Tristan is owned which is below the bottom of ethicist. The Emily Rose can crumple on. The air. So in that way, when you reach the opposite of the fluid attack. No, the fluid. What, Emily Rose? The Götterdom got in there. Behold the understandment of bus drive. In that way, the mixture of law will institute the arrogation of Eden, and in so, when she does, the mirror bliktum, the entrum, and in that way, the pin of virus, no later. In that way, the pin of Tennyson will scripture the artificial insight, and in that way, when it does, the off-out of Anton will conflow the predictor of law and to it the decision. So in time, when it flicken the energy saver, no, it's just an infant of intellectual technology. The chipboard will die here, the border of Araka. And at that time, when it does, the streamline